Doesn't matter what you think. How about you? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Hop in the coupe, put that thing on cruise, bumping your favorite tunes, making it all about you. Everything that I do it for you. Yeah, 'cause I got you. What's going on, you guys? I thought that I would do a little bit of a different kind of video. Why is it so messy? Hold on. Shoot. So there's a little bit of a mess back there. Please don't mind that. So I'm going to be using the viewfinder so that I can do this properly. So I have been using this product. You can get this like at like Five Below and like your local drugstore or whatever, and it's like this charcoal and black sugar like gel masks by like Freeman. I'm not a beauty person or like a skincare person. You see my skin, it looks a mess. But this has been kind of working for me, so I'm like, whatever. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm not here to be a beauty influencer. I'm sorry. But I wanted to, while it's still in my head, talk about something that I saw on someone's YouTube feed. There is a YouTuber by the name of Latacious. I think that's what it is, Latacious. I've seen some videos and stuff, and I actually do like them. And so, like, whenever they post polls, I actually, like, participate and I comment and everything. Because I think it's important to do that, support your Black YouTubers, period. So, I don't know if I'm applying this right, honestly. I never knew if I was applying this right. It might be wrong. I might be completely wrong with how to actually apply this properly, right? So I don't want to do too much in my. All right, so the question was, actually, let me like premise this by saying, is it actually okay to compare different artists to the to the major people that influence them? Because this is actually like a sound question, because it happens a lot where an artist comes out and automatically they're like comparing them to artists of the past that like possibly could have influenced them, and then trying to see if like maybe there would be a better version of that person. So I want to know from everyone else, do you think that's right? Do you think it's okay to do that? Or do you think that it diminishes the work that the previous artist has done? Because, obviously, if you're mentioning them in conversation with this new artist, you clearly are identifying with the work that has been produced by the other artists. And the new artist coming up is obviously like a copy, right? It doesn't always happen like that, but like, you get what I mean. So the question was, it was a versus between Tinashe and Janet Jackson. Now we know that from the time that Tinashe actually came out and came onto the scene, a lot of people compared her to Beyonce and to Janet Jackson. Right. But it's interesting how she chose to ask the question, and she asked it as a sense of only judging their vocals. Now, there was an not overwhelming, but it was clear that Tinashe was getting more votes than Janet was. And I just have to say, I agree. The thing is that we cannot deny the talent that Janet Jackson has. We cannot deny the influence and the impact that Janet Jackson has had and still has, because people are going hard for Janet to this day. People love Janet Jackson. People love to listen to her music. People love to watch her performances because they are some of the best performances that we've ever seen, ever in history. We can't deny the talent. We can't deny what level of impact she has had on this industry and the world in general. Like, so many people. Um, but objectively, and you know how much I actually like Tinashe, and I'm not even looking at this from like a biased point of view. I really am not, because like I literally sat here and I watched a compilation of both of their like live vocals and like the best moments of their live vocals, and I can safely and securely say that Tinashe has had so many more like big vocal moments than Janet has had, and Janet's career has spanned decades compared to Tinashe's. Maybe she's been around for like a decade, like one. And she really only became popular in like 2014 or 15. Is it 15? 14. It could be 14. I know that I was in college when Aquarius came out, so, but she was doing like stuff before, so I just say that like she's been around for a decade. And she's been around longer than that because she was kind of like a child actor. But as a musician, as like a person that we know as Tinashe, it's probably been just about a decade. But even from her beginnings, I could tell that she had the potential to actually be a very, very capable vocalist. And she showed herself multiple times to be very good on in a live setting vocally. She even was on the production of Rent. Even though that was like a dumpster fire because of the way that things had to be, they couldn't even do it live, like in person live. Um, but her vocals on there were actually very good, and especially for the amount of energy she was putting in when she sang that song "Out," I Want to Go Out. I was floored because she was dancing around, jumping around, and she kept her voice sustained. Like, she sustained like her voice throughout the entire performance. I was thrown out. I was like, wow. I was like, she really did her work. She did it. She did the work, and she really like came through. With Janet, um, there's been more times of her relying on her backing track during performances and stuff. I'm not saying that she can't sing, but when being in the same range as a Tinashe, her voice is just a little is more powerful. It's stronger. Not saying that every single vocalist has to be strong. No, Janet has a very soothing voice. Her tone is very much so something that I can listen to on a regular basis. I never get tired of hearing Janet. And then on certain songs, like If, she really does give us a good vocal performance of that song, and other songs as well. So it's not to say that she can't sing, but when compared to Tinashe, who really goes there, but if it was just the thing of her singing without all the dancing and all of the performance value, if she just had to get up and sing, and then Tinashe just gets up and sings, I feel like I would enjoy Tinashe's vocal performance a lot more than Janet's. And that's just, it is a personal preference a little bit, but at the same time, technique wise and also ability wise, Tinashe can do a lot more with her voice. That I've seen. Tinashe can do a lot more with her voice. And so it begs the question of, is it okay for us to do that comparison? Because is it disrespectful for us to say that an artist who actually looks up to another artist can be compared to the artist? I just I'm a little bit concerned because it does seem like people do it a lot. I hope I'm not like scratching. I'm trying to be very gentle, but like, you know, it. I'm supposed to leave this on here for like 5 minutes or something like that. But as it stands, I agree with everybody who says that Tinashe has the better voice. It's just, again, from what I've seen, she has given us vocals. Like, she's given us something that we can grasp onto, and she can switch it up too. She can be more airy and whispery and soothing, like Janet can be. But then she can also switch it up and give us like Broadway. She can also switch it up and give us classic. She can give us, you know, operatic. She can go the distance, and she can go there into other avenues and still hold her own vocally and still give us a good vocal performance. I haven't seen where Janet really goes beyond the scope of what we already know her to be. Examples of Tinashe giving us more, even from the first album, songs like Bated Breath and Pretend, she did a lot more. She's able to project, she's able to give us dynamics. Would be you all along, all along, there's different levels to Tinashe's voice. You can't deny the talent, though. That's the thing. I'm not sitting here trying to deny either of them with their talent, because if you said dance, if you said performance value, oh yeah, Janet beats Tinashe hands down. Now Tinashe can dance her ass off, but Janet has really sustained, like she started entire movements with her choreography. Okay, there's people who are still out here covering Rhythm Nation, and they're still out here covering Rhythm Nation and Pleasure Principle, all that. They're still out here doing that. I don't really see it where people are doing like Tinashe. People are not really dancing to Tinashe like that. When she comes out with a song, yeah, you'll see like her core fans like out here like dancing to stuff like Link Up and stuff, but they're not really out here doing like Tinashe like that, because Tinashe, she has not actually solidified herself to me. To me, she's an amazing artist, but not to everyone else. A lot of other people don't even really know who Tinashe is. For her to really like make a real huge impact on the industry like that. Now her last project, Songs for You, immaculate. Immaculate. But does everybody know about it? No, they don't. They don't, and that's just that on that. I can't make people listen to an album if they don't know who the artist is. I can introduce them to him, but it's still up to them. I can bring them to the water, but I cannot make them drink. That's just that on that. I can't, and that's the thing. I need for people to stop getting in their feelings about it, because what happens? I'm sorry. I'm like about to rinse this off. Because what happens is that it almost invalidates what the artist has done. Like, you know, it almost invalidates like the artist and their value. Like, yeah, it invalidates their value. Um, so when it comes to performance value and all of that, Janet wins hands down. But when it comes to vocals, I'm sorry, I gotta give that one to Tinashe. Do I still have some? The crazy part about this, like, ooh, smooth? Oh, yes. Very smooth. But my skin is very problematic. I can't even deny that. My skin is problematic as hell. Sometimes I be having like the worst like breakouts and zits. And then it doesn't really help that I have to wear a mask for like 10 hours of the day. That does not help either. Like, I literally have to be in a mask all day long for work. So that like makes like this whole area like just like become inflamed, and then just a bunch of like little bumps everywhere. It's maddening. But yeah, that's all I really had to talk about in this video. Like, it just interested me. I might do more of these, like vocal comparisons between, artists and like their successors. Because I feel like Tinashe is very much so a Janet Jackson successor. There's a lot of other ones too. Sierra, Aaliyah, in her day, she was technically a Janet successor, but something got on my nose. But yeah, I find it very interesting. Some artists actually do develop and surpass their predecessors. But predecessors. Is it right to say predecessors if they are not actually deceased? I don't know. Sometimes I get jumbled up with words because I know a lot of words. So like I don't really use them all either. So when it does come up that I need to use a specific word for like whatever reason, sometimes I might use the word incorrectly. English. Anyway, but yeah, so some of them have actually surpassed the people that have come before them that actually influenced them in the first place. I'm not saying that Tinashe is surpassed, because there's no way. Like, Tinashe hasn't even seen the charts that much. Like, she's seen the charts, but not frequently. Not like Janet has, and she definitely doesn't have as many awards that Janet had. By the time that she's still young, though. Tinashe is around my age. She's still young. She can still like kind of get there. Um, but it will be a lot harder now that she is an independent artist to actually get that buzz and get that level of success. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely going to be a lot harder. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you're following my social media, Christian Lamar _. I may not be able to, since I'm going to actually like upload this from my phone, I might not actually be able to do a lot of editing to the video. So you might not even get the intro with my song, I Got You. That's part of the reason why I was singing it in the beginning. Am I glowing? No, I'm not. I look a mess still. I still look a mess. I was gonna try this like peel off mask, but I feel like it might do more harm than good. You know? I feel like it might do more harm than good. Because, like, me and John, we both, like, we did this one night. We have not gone back to this. We did it one night just to take some, like, cute, like, little selfies of us, like, doing skincare together. Like, I thought that was really, that was fun. But when we peeled them off, we really didn't, like, see a difference, and we didn't experience a difference. So maybe it's because you have to do it more than one time. And it looked really cool because it's like holographic, but at the same time, I'm not sitting up here. I don't know. I'm not a fan of like the mask. I don't like it like stretching my skin. I know it's supposed to help you with like wrinkle lines and stuff, because you see how I have like the crow's feet coming up. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's actually worse than I thought. Yeah. But anyway, again, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope everybody has a great day. All right. Take care. Bye.